Hello, welcome back to Property Spy. This is the channel where we appraise properties and look in depth into opportunities that we see online or we receive through our sources. Now, hope everyone's doing well. And today we have a really wonderful opportunity that we found that will be going to auction in the coming days. It's a development opportunity, and anyone can attempt a development with the right teams, with the right people around you, the solicitors, architects, and everyone around you in your team. You should be fine. Now, today we're looking at a lot that already has planning permission. It's going to auction on the I believe it's the, when is it going? 26th January. So not long. So what is it? The opportunity that I found on this site is an opportunity for 8 apartments. So it works out at 4 1-bed and 4 2-bed units. Wonderful. The initial attraction is obviously the image they've put on here, the CGI, which is what they always do to attract your attention. But don't be fooled. If you look at the outline for this area, for the property itself, for the site, you can see we've got CCTV camera there for a derelict building. Okay. But you can see the outline for the site where you'll be doing the development. On the right hand side, you've got a furniture shop. You don't know what sort of furniture shop it is. Is it a safe area? It doesn't look overly upmarket. But then when you look at the CGI, you're sort of blown away like I was when I saw this. Now, you cannot go just on the CGIs. You do have to do your figures, do your numbers, and do some research. Okay, so this property came up when I was searching in Manchester. And you would have thought the planning application would be granted by the Manchester Authority if there's such a thing, but I had to search a bit to find out that it's actually Rochdale Borough Council that granted the planning. So don't be fooled by the postcode or where they say the property is. You need to search a bit thoroughly to find it. Now, one of the initial things to look at is, why hasn't the development gone ahead? It was granted in 2020. Yes, it's just over a year and 3 months from when it was granted. It was granted in November. But what's happened over the last year? Why have they not started the development? What's been the hold up? And you need to try and answer that question. Is it that the figures do not work, or was it just a planning gain opportunity and the person's gotten planning and now just wants to flip it on? What is the story? A year is a long time to wait after getting planning, and this is not in addition to the time they would have spent trying to achieve planning. Oh, it says that issued 22nd December here. Okay, I saw somewhere it was granted in November. Okay, so that's probably, where did I get that information then from? Okay, alright, maybe I was getting confused with this. Okay, it was granted fairly quickly. Okay, so it's still just a year or over a year. Okay, so why haven't they done any developments in the last year? Did they struggle raising finance? What is the story? So I went to the planning portal for Rochdale Council and I've clicked on all these things, and there's really nothing new that you'd find here. So this is the building, and what I really wanted to see was the decision notice. So what are the conditions? Are there any conditions as part of the planning permission? Did I say you need to build a local school, or you need to fund 1,500 people in the local area? Or is it just a straightforward thing? Please save us from this derelict building and just change its use quickly. But I must say, it is a nice looking building. So the planning is for 4 2-beds and 4 1-beds. This is the layout for the first floor and second floor. Over here you can see 1 bed is downstairs and then the second bed is upstairs. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 stairs inside each of the apartments. So it actually looks quite nice. So entrance through there, then you turn right, you climb these stairs, and then you end up in this section here. And then these bits here are just Velux windows, so not bad. And the sizes are okay as well. 60 meters square, 65 meters square, so it's a fairly large apartment by today's standards. So all those tick the boxes, but you do need to find out what the decision notice contents of the planning application are. The decision notice, you want to find out if there's any community infrastructure levy that's been attached to it. Is there a net increase in space? Because SIL applies to net additional space over a certain amount, so you need to look at that paperwork. So that could be additional to the build cost. There probably wouldn't be any section 106s. You generally don't tend to get both SIL and section 106, and there's only 8 apart. And then the other thing to look at would be the ground floor, so you can see the 1 bed. Let's look at the ground floor. It's 1 bed there. Look at the sizes, 40. Okay, not the largest of 1 beds, but 45, 40, 46, 44. They're all okay. Okay, so now without knowing much about the area, we could do a quick check on what 1 beds and 2 beds go for in the area. How do you do that? Okay, you can either go to Property Spy, Valap, sorry. Let's go into dashboard, let's start stacking, or you can just do a quick one and go to Rightmove and check there by yourself. What's the postcode here? Is it M24? I believe M24 1AS. So that's the postcode. We'll do the search by postcode because we don't have a link to it on Rightmove. Maybe there is a link. Okay. That's it. There. Okay. 32. 200,000. Property type. Commercial. Status is auction. So we know it's a development that we're doing, so we'll just leave it at that. Submit for appraisal. Go in there. Save. Then we'll just do new build, because that's what this is. Okay, give it a name, 8 units. Let's for argument's sake, what's that? No, it's not that. This here is to help you create a scheme based on the size of all the units that you've got. But this one we're appraising for a property that already has planning. So all of that, let's say roughly give 4 weeks for each apartment. Now you've got 8 apartments, 4 times 8, that's 32. Let's just do 32 for the number of months, number of weeks. Then it adds 3 months for disposal. So that's when you've got it on the market for sale and stuff like that. Let's go to units. Okay, so what we'll do here is we'll add rows. So add the first row. So we've got apartment. Let's call it an apartment because it is a nice looking building. Let's use the largest one, 46 square meters. Number of units, 4. That's that. Build cost. Build cost. If you click the spanner here, it would get the build cost for the area. Okay. Let's get. So it's saying 1,291 per square meter. Okay, that's fairly low. But maybe that's what it is in Manchester. Okay, let's see if there are any sales nearby. Okay, sold price is 89,000 average, max is 180, and it's done that for all properties in the area. So let's get sold prices for a property that's 46 square meters. Let's go in there. Okay, so it's saying average of 79 grand, minimum of 23, max of 108. Okay, let's go for the max. Hoping that we'll get the max because it's a new built flat. 108 is quite low. Alright, let's go. We'll do another apartment. Then these are 2 beds, and the units were 65 square meters, and they're 4. I think you'd definitely be able to rent these units, to be honest. So let's get the price. that one would achieve. Okay, let's get sold prices here. Okay, 153. These are max prices you can get. What are sale prices saying? Let's see if the sale prices are up. Okay. So sold prices are based on what's been achieved up to August last year. That's the range you can see from here. For the sale prices, that's up until September. No, that's more recent though. Okay. So sale price is what's on the market now. Sold price is that. Okay. So if you get 200 grand, it's a big risk. Let's go for what's been achieved already. Okay. So based on that, we have a GDV of 1 million, and it's saying you pay just 11,000 for the building. Okay, let's find out why that is. So your build cost is saying it's over 500,000. Yeah, so that's based on the number of units, the size of each unit. So it's coming in at 573,000. Okay, so 573,000. Our developer's profit we've pitched at 30% of the GDV. So that means 300,000 of this goes into developer's profit. Let's look at build cost is that contingency at 5%. We've not added any sale, any section 106s. Professional fees 60 grand, finance 28 grand, disposal cost 31 grand, developer's profit 315. Okay, so this, I would have thought if you did, if it's on the market at 200 grand and you're getting a GDV of 1 million, you would have thought that it should work. But one of the killers is the build cost. The build cost is rather high, and there's nothing you can do about that. I mean, if this postcode were in London, you'd be talking double that almost for build cost per square meter. Okay, so let's say you want to do what everyone else does and do 20%. Is that good? It goes up to 99,000. So profit of 210 is not bad. Probably won't take you 35 months to do this, but that generally just impacts the. Actually, it might take you 35 months to build. Where could one save money? Assuming there's no sale. Yeah, unless you can build for less than this, then really you'll struggle to make this work. Because let's see where all the numbers have gone, all the figures have gone. So if you assume that you're able to build it for 500,000 or 600,000, then you've allocated your profit of 210,000. So that's 600 plus 200,000. That's already 800,000. That leaves you with just 200,000 to acquire the site, contingency, professional fees, the finance, the development, and then finance the land. Then the monies you pay to the for disposal. It is, yeah. Oh, I would have thought this would be a deal, to be honest, but it looks like it isn't. And your contingency of 5% is not that huge. It's the industry standard, but it's not huge. Oh, that's a shame. Okay. So it looks like this is not a deal, albeit that the property itself looks wonderful. It looks like a nice thing that one can build and handle. Now, the other way to look at this would be, okay, I know that if you say you are certain you can achieve what the sale price is saying. Let's say we say 200,000. But this is your engineering numbers, and you should never do that. Then all of a sudden it starts working, right? But that's a big risk because you're going for the sale price, and that's what's on the market now. And if you go for that and you don't get it, trouble. So yeah, so if you feel you can achieve 140,000 for a 1-bed in this area, and 200,000 for a 2-bed in the area, then definitely this still works. If you feel that you can only achieve what's currently sold, let's look at Rightmove. Actually, let's save this. Okay, saved. Let's go to sale prices in the area. Let's see what comes up. Okay. Right, we got a detached house. 200K. This is sale, right? Yeah. Yeah, it's too much of a risk then to go for any of those higher numbers. No. It's too much of a risk. You look at flats, 95K. I mean, the only problem is we don't know how many bedrooms this flat has. 100K, 105, 110. Yeah, okay. I think we need to take those numbers back down to what they were. Those are more realistic. So price, go for that. And then get sale price, go for that. Okay, so this property, fortunately, is not a deal. It's a wonderful one that one could build, but for our criteria, even after reducing our developer's profit, we're not close to what the purchaser would want. So that's it. So that's how you appraise a property deal. That's how you appraise a development opportunity or a property with planning permission. So if you have any questions, do add them to the comments. And if you need help with anything, valuing properties or evaluating deals, do get in touch. Obviously, don't forget, this is not any advice. It's just for illustrative purposes and what one would do if they were to invest or to buy this property in Manchester. So until next time, take care of yourselves and happy investing.